Good morning, my dear children. How are you? Hope all you are fine. I am Asha, your social science teacher, here again with the continuation of our first chapter, Early Human Beings. So, which is our first chapter? Right, Early Human Beings. Before going to the class, I am going to take you a trip. So, today we are going for a trip. Where we are going? We are going to a forest. We are going to a forest. Then you guys may be thinking that what is this teacher saying? We are sitting in our home. Then how can we go for a trip? Don't worry, children. We are going for a trip in our imagination. So we are going for a trip in our imagination. Okay. It seems like a forest, isn't it? Just imagine you are in a dense forest like this. So where you are? You are now in a dense forest like this. There may be large wild animals. But don't worry, I am with you. Okay, let's go. Look at that, children. Some people are standing there. Let's watch what those people are doing. Okay. I think they are eating something. What are they eating? Yuck, they are eating raw flesh. Then what is that? Wild fruits. Oh, berries. Then nuts and roots of plants. So they are eating raw flesh, wild fruits, berries, nuts and roots of plants. Look at that, children. They are doing something. What are they doing? Let's watch. Oh, they are hunting animals and some people are gathering fruits and nuts. In our first class, we studied about a special name for such people. What is that? Do you remember that name? Yes, you are correct. It is hunter-gatherers. It is hunter-gatherers. We can call these people as hunter-gatherers, right? Why? Because they are hunting animals for meat and gathering fruits and nuts. Therefore, we can call them as hunter-gatherers. I think they are leaving this place and going somewhere else. Where they are going? Let's watch. I think they may be going in search of food, water and shelter. In our previous class, we studied another name for such people. Do you remember that name? Yes, you are correct. It is nomads. What is it? Nomads. What is the spelling of nomad? N-O-M-A-D-S. It is nomads. We can call these people as nomads. Why? Yes, you are right. They are moving from one place to another in search of food, water and shelter. Therefore, we can call them nomads. Right, children? Look at that, children. A man is climbing on that tree. And some people are going into that cave. Where are they going? Let's watch. What are they doing there? Okay. The man is going to sleep on that tree. Look at that. That man is going to sleep on that tree. And that people are going to take rest in that cave. So these are their shelters. So they took shelters on trees and in caves. These are their shelters. Got it? Then look at that man. He is wearing animal skin as his cloth. Then a boy is wearing long leaves. What a funny, right? Then another man is wearing bark of trees. So these may be their dresses. So they are wearing animal skin, long leaves and bark of tree as their clothing. So who are they, children? Do you know who are they? Yes, you are right. They are early human beings. So who are early human beings? Early human beings are the people who lived thousands of years ago on earth. They are our ancestors. Who are ancestors? A member of our family who lived long years ago. So, early human beings are our ancestors. We studied all of this in our first class. Do you remember that? Then the next class, that means in our second class, we studied about cave paintings. What is that? Cave paintings. What is a cave painting? Huh? Yes, you are right. Early human beings created beautiful wall paintings in the caves they lived. These paintings are known as cave paintings. So what is cave paintings? Early human beings created beautiful wall paintings in the caves they lived. These paintings are known as cave paintings. Is this cave paintings exist today? Yes, some of these cave paintings are existing till today. While studying these cave paintings, we get the idea of these early human beings and their lifestyle. So what is the importance of these cave paintings? By studying these cave paintings, we get an idea of the early human beings and their lifestyle. We studied this in our second class, right? Then we studied about their tools. They made their first tool with stone. They used stone as their first tool. Later, they developed different types of tools according to their requirements. All these are stone tools. Now, I am going to show you two examples of that stone tools. First is a stone scraper. What is it? A stone scraper. They used the stone scraper for removing the skin of animals. And the second is hand axes. What is it? Hand axes. They were used it for cutting and killing animals. So these are the two examples of stone tools. Okay. Then we studied about Stone Age. What is Stone Age? The period in which early human beings developed and used different types of tools are known as Stone Age. So what is Stone Age? The period in which people developed and used different types of tools are known as Stone Age. Historians divided the Stone Age into 3 periods. How many periods? 3 periods. Which are they? Do you remember that names? Yes, it is. First period is Paleolithic Age. What is it? Paleolithic Age. Next is Mesolithic Age. And the last one is Neolithic Age. Paleo means old and lithos means stone. So Paleolithic Age means old Stone Age. What is it? Old Stone Age. Then we studied about Mesolithic Age. What is the meaning of Meso? Meso means middle and lithos means, yes, you are correct, it is stone. So Mesolithic Age means middle Stone Age. Is it clear? Then we studied about Neolithic Age. What do you mean by Neo? Yes, you are correct, it is new. Then lithos means stone. So Neolithic Age means new Stone Age. What is that? New Stone Age. So historians divided the Stone Age into 3 periods. On what basis they divided the Stone Age into 3 periods? Do you remember that? Yes, you are correct. On the basis of designs of tools, historians divided the Stone Age into 3 periods. So on the basis of designs of tools, historians divided the Stone Age into 3 periods. So all these we were studied in our second class, right? Shall we begin to the next, shall we go to the next topic? Are you ready, children? So now we are going for the next topic, that is discovery of fire. What is that? Discovery of fire. Early human beings were hunters and gatherers. They ate raw flesh of animals because they don't know about fire. They may have seen the fire breaking out in the jungle. They were afraid of it. At first they were afraid of it and tried to escape from it as far as possible. They hide themselves in the caves to escape from this forest fire. They noticed that animals were also afraid of it. Have you seen the movie Jungle Book? In that, Wild animals were afraid of it and they were calling it as red flower. After the forest fire, when they roamed out in search of food, they didn't find anything else burned flesh of animals. So they were forced to eat burned flesh of animals. So they were forced to eat the burned flesh of animals. When they tasted it, when they tasted the burned flesh, they found that it is more tastier than the raw flesh. But unfortunately, they don't know how to cook it. Is it clear? Later, while rubbing two stones together, they may have noticed the sparks. So, they learned to light dry grass by using these sparks. So, while rubbing two stones, they may have noticed the sparks. Eventually, they learned to light dry grass by using these sparks. Thus, they may have created the fire. Anyway, fire helped them in many ways. So it protected them from, so we will revise all that points once again. Discovery of fire was accidental. Early men may have seen the forest fire. Discovery of fire was an accidental. Early men may have seen the forest fire. While rubbing two stones together to sharpen their tools, they may have noticed the sparks. And fire helped them in many ways. It helped them to protect themselves from the wild animals. It provided them light and warmth. It helped them for cooking the food items. So, fire helped them in many ways. It protected them from wild animals. It provided them warmth. It helped them for cooking the food items. Later, fire became the center of their life. So, fire became their center of life. So, these are the points we want to study from this chapter. Let's revise all the points once again. Are you ready, children? So, let's revise. Who are early human beings? Early human beings are the people who lived thousands of years ago on earth. What was the food eaten by early human beings? They ate raw flesh, fruits, nuts, berries and roots. So they ate raw flesh, fruits, nuts, berries and roots. They were known as hunter-gatherers or nomads. Why? As they hunted animals for meat and gathered food items such as fruits, nuts, berries and roots of plants, they were known as hunter-gatherers. They were also called nomads. Why? Because they were moved from one place to another in search of food, water and shelter. Therefore, they are known as nomads. Is it clear? Then, where did they find their shelter? They find their shelter on trees and in caves. How did they cover their body? They cover their body by using animal skin, bark of trees and long leaves. They covered their body by using animal skin, bark of trees and long leaves. And what are cave paintings? Yes, you are right. Early human beings created beautiful paintings on the caves in which they lived. These paintings are known as cave paintings. Is these paintings exist today? Yes, some of these paintings are existing till today. By studying these paintings, we get the idea of early human beings and their lifestyle. Then they made their first tool with stone. Later, they developed different types of tools according to their requirements. The period in which people developed and used stone tools were known as Stone Age. Historians divided the Stone Age into 3 periods. How many periods? 3 periods. They are Paleolithic Age or Old Stone Age, Mesolithic Age or, yes, you are correct, it is Middle Stone Age. Then last period is Neolithic Age. So these are the 3 periods of Stone Age. Then early human beings, at first they did not know about fire. They may have seen fire breaking out in the jungle. At first they are afraid of it. They try to escape from themselves from this fire. Later, they observed that while rubbing 2 stones together to sharpen their tools, they may have seen the sparks. Eventually, they learned to light dry grass by using these sparks. Thus, they may have created the fire. Fire helped them in many ways. It helped them to keep themselves warm and to cook their food. Also, it helped them to protect themselves from wild animals. So, these are the points. I am going to read it once again. Early human beings ate raw flesh, fruits, nuts, berries and roots. They were known as hunter-gatherers or nomads. They found shelter on trees and in caves. They used animal skin, bark of trees and long leaves to cover their body. Then they made beautiful paintings on the caves in which they lived. They used stone as their first tool. Then the Stone Age has been divided into 3 periods, which are Paleolithic Age, Mesolithic Age and Neolithic Age. Invention of fire was accidental. After the discovery of fire, it helped them in many ways. It helped them to protect themselves from wild animals. It kept themselves warm and help them to cook food. So these are the points we want to study from this chapter. So our chapter is over. Hope all of you understood. We will meet again with another chapter. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy.